natural cadence of your breathing, noticing the air moving in and out of your body. I want to remind everybody that there's no right or wrong way to be in this space today. There's no right or wrong way to be creative. There's no mistakes here. This is a place for you to let go of any judgment. Continue to breathe. Just try to have grace and compassion for yourself as you engage in this process. At its core, mindfulness is really non-judgmental awareness. And I really like to remind folks of that every time we meet, because this is an opportunity for you to check in with your body and just be aware of whatever it is that's coming up. So as you're taking that inhale and that gentle exhale, you're going to be noticing what's coming up for you. Are you experiencing any pain today? Whether that's physical pain, or if there's something weighing on you emotionally. Just first do a scan of your body and see what's there. See if there's anything that's calling for your attention, anything that hurts or anything that feels tense. And I'd like you to try to see if you could send your breath to those places. Whether you're noticing maybe some tension in your head, or your neck, or if you're feeling a bit dizzy, if you're moving through your body, noticing any pain or how your joints feel, how your muscles feel, your arms, your chest, your back, your stomach. Is there any nausea? Anything that's distressing to you throughout your abdomen? Continue to breathe and send that breath into your body, into those places that may need it the most. Your breath is healing, and you can breathe out any tension or pain that you experience. Check in with your legs, your hips, your pelvis. Move into your knees and your calves and your feet. Don't forget your hands, your fingers. Again, just trying to breathe. Allowing your breath to wash over you. And also just check in with yourself emotionally. How are you? And how has your day been? Have things been tough lately for you? Maybe you're doing okay today, which is great. But if you're not, just know that you're not alone. We're here with you. You can show up exactly how you are. And just see if you can sit with whatever emotional experience is coming up for you, or thoughts that may be coming up, with curiosity, just noticing with that non-judgmental awareness that we talked about, that's so crucial to mindfulness. Just observe for a moment. Continue to breathe. You can always come back to your breath. I know some of these experiences that you may be encountering, whether emotional or physiological, can be very distressing, can be very unwanted, challenging to tolerate. And so now what we're going to do is just go through some affirmations to help support you through these experiences wherever you are on the spectrum. And these are things that as we discuss them, you can repeat them to yourselves quietly or aloud, whatever you feel is helpful to you. But I want you to take a few moments to consider each of these affirmations for yourself. So take another breath. The first one is I accept myself for who I am in this moment right now. I accept myself for who I am in this moment right now. I accept feelings of pain and discomfort as part of my human experience. I accept feelings of pain and feelings of discomfort as part of my human experience. I can let go of the need to control or change this moment. I can let go of the need to control or change this moment. Continuing to breathe. I give myself permission to slow down now in this moment. I give myself permission to slow down now in this moment. There is nowhere I need to be but right here. There is nowhere I need to be but right here. Take a breath. I accept my true, authentic self. I accept my true, authentic self. As you reflect on these affirmations, see if you notice a change in your body. Notice your experience. See if you can really absorb this energy of letting go, of slowing down, of acceptance of whatever it is that is coming up for you emotionally, physically. It's okay. It's also okay if these unpleasant experiences that you may be having are not feeling as resolved. That's also okay. Just the fact that you're attending to these parts of yourself that may be difficult to attend to will make the difference. And now, what I'd like you to do is see if there's an affirmation or an intention that might be coming up for you that's maybe personal for you based on how you're feeling. Is there something that in your mind's eye is coming up as a statement or something you feel like you need to hear or embrace right now for yourself? Or maybe it could be repeating one of the other affirmations that we've already talked about. See if you can connect with what it is that you need and what you would like to take with you from this experience. Breathe in that intention or that affirmation. See if you can inhale that energy into the deepest part of your lungs, into your belly. A big deep breath with a slow exhale. Another big deep breath to inhale that intention you're setting for yourself, whatever it may be, and slowly exhale anything that you would like to let go of. More time, inhale. Exhale, release whatever it is that's weighing you down. And whenever you feel like you're ready to come back to our room, I would invite you to start to move and stretch your body. Just move around a little, roll your shoulders, you can shake it out a little. Come back to our shared space together, a bit more refreshed and aware, hopefully. And we have a few moments, about 10 minutes or so, to focus on connecting with yourself creatively. And again, that could be using any art material that you have access to. Or if you would like to just do some expressive writing on the experience that you had, maybe you could write down an affirmation that was important to you or the one that you came up with for yourself that felt particularly helpful or something that you needed in this moment. And see if you can take the next 10 minutes to express a part of this experience for yourself. Okay. And there's no right or wrong. Using this practice of art making after a mindfulness exercise can help us to alleviate ourselves from any self-criticism that comes up, as that often comes up for people when they're creating. So notice and see if there's any judgment that comes up for you as you're working through your art making or your writing. And again, using that non-judgmental awareness, attending to those thoughts and feelings, and continuing to proceed. Okay, so we're going to take the next few minutes. I'm going to put myself on mute. Feel free to put on music for yourself. Again, keep yourself on mute as well. But do whatever you need to get comfortable and create for the next few moments. Okay. I will check back with you in a few minutes. We're going to keep working for another few minutes. Hopefully, this is a good exercise that's helping you to be present, to be aware of yourself, of your thoughts, of your emotions, your experiences. Whatever that is that's being expressed is okay. It's welcome. We are all here to hold that for each other today. And this is a non-judgmental experience. So whatever it is that you're expressing, what may be coming up for you in your creative process is okay. I just want to reassure you of that. Please take the next 2 minutes or so to continue. And if this is something that you want to continue after our group today, you will certainly be welcome to do that. This is just sort of an introduction to and an opening to an art and mindfulness experience. So just take another few moments here, okay? All right, see if you can find a good spot to wrap up. I know sometimes it can be hard to stop once we get started. So, again, if it's something you want to continue or that you feel inspired to um, continue with, please do that for yourself. All right, I like to give a few moments in case anyone has anything that you would like to share at the end of our meeting, whether it's about the experience, about the thing that you created today, something that struck you, something that came up for you. So feel free to unmute yourself if you'd like, if you'd like to say something, certainly not obligated, but know you're in good company if you would like to share anything. I will open it up to you all for the next few minutes.
I'll share actually, because I never do when we do these.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got oil pastels out today because I haven't used them in a while. And when we did the meditation, I actually wrote down some of the affirmations and kind of thought to myself how when I get migraine, I have aura, and it often starts out with a lot of swirling colors, like looking through glass and everything's just swirling everywhere. And as painful as that is, there's some beauty in it. So I took my pastels and just started, I don't know if you can
Oh, wow. It's a little
Not focused
blurred
on
from
very
the
well,
from
but
the background blurring feature, but
yeah.
we can kind of see it. It's beautiful, the colors that you've selected there.
Yeah, I'm trying
Wow.
to get it to where
Yeah.
Zoom, it's funny like
Mhm.
that. But I just
Yeah.
blended all these colors together with the affirmations, understanding that as painful as it is, there's still some beauty in slowing down. And a lot of times my migraines come on more because of stress and anxiety and stuff like that. So just that remembering to take time to slow down is really important to me. So
Wow.
usually when I slow down, I don't get as many flare-ups. So that's kind of, yeah, kind of my thought behind all of that.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
That's really beautiful how you chose to use your experience of aura as part of your art with the affirmations, kind of blending those together. And it's true, when we're able to slow down, it can really help with our experience of migraine. That's why we do this. That's why we use the mindfulness in this way, and why Miles for Migraine does this, because there's research that it is beneficial for us. So I'm glad to hear that that's helpful for you.
Yes. And thank you. I always really enjoy your meditations. Very,
Oh, thank
yeah.
you. I'm sorry. I
Thank
feel
you.
like my voice is like, froggy today. So I was like, oh, maybe it won't be as therapeutic, but it's all
No, it's
good.
great. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Anybody else before we wrap up?
I just want to say thanks for sharing that, Katie, because that really that was poignant for me. It really helps when you slow down. So, and it's
Mhm.
good to hear it from somewhere outside of here. Lisa,
Absolutely.
Lisa.
I
Lisa, you want to share?
just want to piggyback on that. I didn't realize how much lately I've been like not slowing down.
Mhm.
And so it was just really nice to have that reminder that like, oh, I don't have to go at 110 miles an hour every moment. So
Yeah. That's
it,
why this is so cool, because like it gives us that opportunity, even for just a half hour, to have that in our day. And we need constant reminders of it, because there's so many pressures in our world and our day-to-day lives, So I really appreciate you all coming out and taking that time for yourself.
Um, I'd like to say I found it extremely helpful today, especially considering what I'm going through, because it helped my migraine today
Mm.
and helped me relax and refocus on the tools that I've learned in dealing with the loss. So,
Mhm.
um, it was very, very useful for me today. So thank you.
I'm glad to hear that, Jim. It sounds like it's been a difficult day, so
It's
we're
been
all
a couple
here.
of difficult weeks, let me tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We're all with you, and we hear you and want to support you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Couldn't have come at a better time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Glad to hear that.
Go ahead, Tom. You have something on your mind?
Keep it really short here because we're, as they say at work, we're over time.
That's okay.
I work for the MS Society as a volunteer. We had a lifeboat race in Strathmere, New Jersey, Monday night near sunset, and all the different lifeboats come and they race, and the money we sell the T-shirts for goes to benefit the MS Society. And we had volunteers. I was one of them. So I made a colorful picture of all the boats and the dock, and the sun was setting at 8:15 and the moon was rising on the other side. And I have a picture on my camera, but it was just awesome to see a beautiful night where we're raising money for a good charity with like 1,000 people on a dock at a public sports bar, and to see the sun going down over the ocean at the same time the moon is rising. You think of how
Mm,
wonderful nature is. And so I just been
mm,
thinking about that all week, how restful it was. And I didn't have any pain that night. And I drove home to Philly and felt pretty good that night. Went home so tired I fell asleep with my clothes in the chair. But it's just one of those things where I'm glad I have this picture because I save all these. Thank you. Thank you. Very good with the
mm,
meditation. I really was calmed down enough to use these pens and pencils without getting them too
mm.
much on my fingers. Thank you.
Of course. And I love that you shared that, and you've captured an experience that you had recently that was really, it sounds like, meaningful for you. you know, and the sun and the moon together, right? That's a real contrast, you know. It's like these polarities, these, you know, different things in life that often we don't often see together, you know. So it's kind of symbolic, right? Like the experience of aura being somewhat beautiful, right? These two different things that you wouldn't expect to be together, you know. And I think that that's a big part of mindfulness too, is recognizing that everything can exist together. Yeah. All right. Well, anything else before we end for today? It was great seeing you all. I really enjoy this group, and I hope that you all have a great evening. Any last words or